Good morning, everyone. Back again for the usual late morning break here. And in this pattern, remember it's a Hopeful Honey pattern from hopefulhoney.com. And in this pattern, we're up to rounds 8 through 17. Now this is going to be the really fast and I think fun part of this pattern. I haven't made this before, so we're seeing as we go along. But we're going to repeat the same thing for all of those rows. So I'm going to get a little piece of paper. Let's see here, right off my desk here. And we'll just write down each row as we complete it, because now yes, we could go back and count, but it's good to have a double check here. So here we go. Let's see what we do. We chain 2, 1, 2, and then we have double crochet in every stitch all the way around. So we're going in every stitch all the way around, and we have 56 double crochet stitches from our last round, so here we go. Just a minute here. There we go, when we pull through 3. Pulling through 3. And through 3. And let me get this right here where you can see a little better maybe. Okay. And we don't even have to count on this, we just keep going. That's what I love. I love that. That's where you really get that rhythmic motion to crocheting that is just so relaxing and so nice. Yeah, it's quite a morning here because, yes, that's looking good. Okay, because a friend of mine is actually, she's just about scheduled. It was scheduled for noon. Now, you know how surgeries are in hospitals. Well, where else would there be a surgery, right? Unless it were an emergency somewhere in the field, but like a battlefield or something. But at any rate, she's having brain surgery for the second time for a very aggressive brain cancer. It's 3 years since her last surgery, and that was a very good run for this kind of cancer. So we'll see how she goes. Oops, I missed one there. So we'll see how she goes with this. But yes, it takes about an hour and a half to get to this particular hospital from where they live, which is nearby here. So they had to be there at 10, and then the surgery is scheduled for noon, and who knows how long it will take. But I will just do a little, when we finish here, I'll do a little text just to kind of be with them, with those who are waiting for her there. And we'll see what happens with it all. So, You know, even though it's not yourself or somebody immediate, even when it's somebody you just know rather well, it's half your mind is kind of on that throughout the day, it seems. So, all right, we are going right along here. You know, when you go into your stitches, like even a simple chain stitch for your next rows, it's totally appropriate. Some patterns will designate which, but others don't, and this one didn't. But it's totally appropriate to go in like the back side or the front side or both. You just have to be extremely consistent. And I've been going through both. From the picture, the pattern didn't indicate which, but the picture, I need some more yarn here. The picture looks a bit like she may have gone in the back side only. But it doesn't matter. It gives a slightly different look, but I really don't mind. I like them. I like all of them, so I just find it easier, quicker, faster, more relaxing to go through both. You don't have to kind of, I don't know, concentrate as much. So we're almost at the end of our first round. I just love this purple. I'm wearing purple today too, but one's a sort of red purple and one a red violet, sort of the yarn here. There's a purple with a lot of red in it. And what I'm wearing is a purple with more blue in it, so I'm sure they look different. They look different in real life too, of course. So. All right, now there's that, and now we're at the end. We're going to slip stitch into the top of that second chain stitch, just like we've been doing. Okay. Slip stitch into here. Right, and now we'll chain 2 and go around again. All right, here we go. How neat. There's a little ply there that I may have lost, but when I go through 2 of them like this, it really doesn't cause a problem. It looks like that was right at the beginning of that last row. But I didn't stop to look for sure whether it's a ply or whether a drop ply or whether it's just a loose one that's been pulled a little more. Now, I'm going to maybe do a second little session to talk about the plant-based diet things in a more systematic fashion. My husband's been on that long enough that I think we'll have to talk to his doctor, because you want to always do this with your doctor, but I think from testing his blood pressure, etc., he may be able to lower his blood pressure medication and eventually may be able to come off it altogether. I don't know, we'll see. Oops, let me start that one again. And remember, okay, we did. I got out the paper and then didn't write it down. We did round 8, and we're on round 9, so what a good it does to have your pencil and paper if you don't use it. Huh? So much is going on in the world. You know, this whole thing with Korea, I don't know if any of you, I'm sure there are some of you out there who remember the Korean War. Any war. Wars are so ugly, and yet we seem to just one thing and another, and somebody in the world is always in them. Whenever I hear those things on the news, any kind of thing like this, or any sort of, you know, horrible accident or storm or damage or whatnot, I like to just take a minute, just a second. Nobody even knows you do it, but, you know, just in your thoughts to hold good thoughts for people. I used to have a staff member. Oh, that was years ago. But I had a staff member. In fact, he was one of my directors for a program, and he always used to say, "Think good thoughts." Anything that would come up, it was, "Okay, think good thoughts," and off he'd go to do whatever. It was wonderful. And there's so much to that. Think good thoughts. Now I'm going to show you, we're almost, let's see. No, we're not. We're a little more than halfway through this round. And you can see already how, now this will go this way, but you can see already how this is taking shape, because we're no longer increasing. So it's becoming hat-like. Now there's where we'll join. Here's where we'll join. So, but let me put it this way. It's easier as we go to have it upward than downward. Right now it's beginning to look amazingly like a bowl, isn't it? I love crocheted household goods. Maybe we should do some of those. You know, it's kind of like, I don't know, it just seems so natural. It's not basket weaving, but something of that same feel because of the texture, only it's full of color. And you know what I want to do? I want to make I started this before one time. I washed some yarn and started getting it ready, but I want to make a cat bed, and I want it to be a cave cat bed out of some of the alpaca fiber. We'll felt it. You know how Let me get some more yarn here. You know how cats just love to go into little boxes or paper bags or whatever? You put them down on the floor and pretty soon they're playing in them. And, okay, and I just have to make a sort of mold for it. And then we could wet felt. Wet felting, I feel is a little stronger than needle felting and goes a little more quickly. But for something like this, you would need a definite mold. You can take it off the mold then and felt it more, but you would need something to put it over to give it the right shape. It's like a bubble, a sort of flattened bubble with an opening in it that your cat crawls into. I'm sure you've seen them. And I would love to just make one of those. Heaven knows we have lots of cats around, and heaven knows I have plenty of alpaca fiber to do it with. So, okay, now we are here at the okay, we're going to slip stitch now into this second chain, and we have done round 9, which I will duly note here. Round 9. Okay, I think we can get one more round in. What time is it? Yeah, I think I could do one more round. All right, here we go. Let's try to get one more round in. Okay. Yeah, I see it. Look, we could stop. This is what I mean, and it gets tempting. This is so pretty, just like this. We could stop here and have a purple bowl just like that. But we won't. We want a hat. Can't wear a bowl on your head. Well, I guess you could, but okay. Wait a minute here. Over, through, and then through again. Okay, there we go. Lost a ply in there and got mixed up on it. Okay, here we are. Now we're straight again, I think. No. All right, once more. Now, Glenda, get your wrist going here. My goodness. Okay. Aaron. Here we go. Okay. Jiminy's. Okay. Round and round. So I need some more wheelbarrows for the barn. And I have to make a couple phone calls on some barn work, and I have to pick up a prescription for my mother. You know, it seems like I'm forever picking up prescriptions for her, even though she's really not all that many medications. I think she's on 5 prescriptions, which to me is a lot, being right now on none. Knock on wood, huh, as they say. But for someone of her age and all of her problems, that's not many. But at any rate, what I started to say was, it seems like I'm forever picking them up for her. And I try to cluster them, but you know, some she gets for 3 months and some she gets for 1, and the insurance companies, etc. Let me pull some more yarn here. The insurance companies will, and Medicare and etc. don't let you do them, but within so many days of when they're due. So that's why I'm forever stopping to get them. But that's minor. That's just a just a little another thing to do in life, right? Okay. All right. Hmm. Okay, dot, 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 dot. Now let's stop and see. I don't think I went past the... I might have. Let me look. I may have gone right past our joining round, and now I'm going round and round. I did. Well, my heaven, that wasn't too bright of me, was it? Okay, right here is my... Let's take this out. That we will take out. Okay. Okay, so that was round 10. I nearly went right on past it. All right, I'm going to stop there for today and just pull this through, and we'll know we're starting at round 11 tomorrow. And there we have our little purple bowl coming along, which will be a hat. Okay. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great afternoon.